y'all, it's Victoria, and this is Super Geeked, where we celebrate all the things that I get super geeked about, and one of those things is reselling. And I'm going to try a new, to me, way of making some extra money. So I am trying the RealReal for the first time, and I'm going to take you step by step on the processes. We're going to start from the very beginning, and I'll have several videos talking about what they accept, what they don't accept from my first box, and then what sort of results I see if I'm able to sell anything through the RealReal, what my payouts are if I'm able to make any sales, and I want to share it with you because I've been waiting for a long time to try the RealReal, and I figure there's probably a lot of you out there too that may be hesitant or have been wanting to do it but just haven't bitten the bullet. So I hope that maybe this video will be able to help you see someone else's experience in trying out the RealReal. So let's get into it. Okay, so I've been wanting to try the RealReal for a very long time, like well over a year and a half, and I've kind of been hoarding some items. So I already signed up for an account on their website, and I'm going to just show you really quickly what the RealReal looks like. Before you can even browse their website, you have to sign up for an account. So that's really easy to do. You can either do it through Facebook or you can sign up with an email address. I already had an account, so I signed up. And then several times I had clicked on the bottom to consign with them, but had never actually followed through. I did know that you are assigned a concierge, and that concierge is different than any other selling platform in that they are there to answer questions for you and they stay in touch with you. They can help you with brands. They can help get your labels if you're having trouble with that. All of those things. So that was very appealing to me. The thing that scared me and the reason I was so hesitant was I am able to sell items for a higher price point. I seem to do really well on my own. I make most of my sales on Poshmark, but I do sell on Poshmark, eBay, Etsy, Mercari, and I do send things into ThreadUp from time to time to sell. But overall, my average sale price, or ASP, is around $53. So sometimes I know with the RealReal, you get a 40% payout when you start, and if things are discounted and sold for during one of their sales, it may be way marked down, and then you're only getting 40% of whatever the markdown price is. And it can go down pretty low for these designer items. So I was hesitant to waste these items that I sourced by sending them into the RealReal when I may have been able to get a higher ASP just selling them myself. So that's why I waited so long. So basically you can say I've been hoarding these things, waiting to try it out, and I'm ready to do it. There are just some things that are not as exciting to list, like a pair of black dress pants. Even if they're Gucci, which you'll see I have in my box, it's still not as exciting to list because they're just black pants. So let's get into how you go about doing the process. Now, from what I understand, you can either fill out the form on the website, which I will show you as I'm talking about it, which is what I did, especially for the first time. You choose the category that the item is in, you choose the designer, and then you choose what the item is. Now, some of these did not have pants listed, but they did say clothing. So I chose the clothing option and I hit add, and it made me a list of all my items. Now, in the future, I've heard that you do not have to go through this process online. You can go straight through your concierge to get a new label, and you can actually make your own spreadsheet and put all of your items in it. But because this was my first time, I went ahead and went on the website and I chose each of the items and added them and made a list. Now, I am going to add an extra item to this box, so I will have to write that on there by hand, but that's okay. So once you register all your items, and I'll show you what I am sending in, but they will send you a UPS label. You can take it to any UPS drop-off location, and I have several near me, so that is not a problem. And then I'm going to cover up my information, but as you can see, here is my list. So there are all the items, and it just says designer Gucci item type pants, Lafayette 148 under the designer, and then clothing as the type. So that's all that drop down menu did. So I really think that making your own spreadsheet is a little easier, and you can put more details in there. Say, you know, the retail value, that can sometimes be helpful when they're pricing. In the long run, it's probably better to go ahead and make the list yourself. But again, this was my first box, so I thought I will just use the website drop downs and do it this way. So I'm going to show you what I'm sending in so that you'll see these items, and then my next video I will come back and tell you what they accepted to sell on the website and what they are listing the items for. And I'll tell you why I chose these items to send in. The first are these pair of Stuart Weitzman platform heels. They are used, but the bottoms, the leather bottoms, are still in good condition with the exception of right here. There is no damage to the heels. The RealReal is very picky about what you send to them. I do not know if they're going to take these only because the patent leather has a little bit of rippling here. But I have seen that they have taken some items, especially shoes, with a little bit of wear, just not damage. So we're going to try these Stuart Weitzmans and just see what they do because they're kind of boring. I do have another pair of shoes I'm sending in. This is a designer that you may not have heard of. His name is Jerome C. Rosso, and these were made in Italy. And they do have a little bit of wear in the inside, but if these were worn, I feel like they weren't worn very much or they were tried on. They have these lucite heels, and there's no wear on the bottom right here. You can see where the price sticker was, but has been removed. And these are a beautiful leather. They're super soft. You can tell that these are quality. And this is one of the designers on the RealReal list. Another advantage of doing your own list and not using the drop downs is there are brands that are not on the RealReal's list that you can send in. Some people will continue when they send in boxes to send off-list brands, and eventually sometimes the RealReal will take those brands. So you never know. So if you have a higher end designer brand that is not on the RealReal list, try to send it in too if you'd like. I'm going to do that in the future because I do plan to do my own spreadsheet next time. And I'm going to include some brands that are designer or couture that are not on their list and see what happens. This next item I thrifted a long time ago but had no interest. It's Sashin and Bobby, and this is a wool skirt. It has a center zip here in the front. It is an absolutely beautiful skirt with these really cool details. This is all silk here, and there's silk lining. Just a really pretty skirt, but I listed it long time ago on Poshmark and it never had any interest. And I had taken it off and sort of tucked it away for when I did try the RealReal. But then I didn't try the RealReal, so it kind of sat. And so I decided instead of trying to relist it that I would go ahead and send it in with this batch. Another item is this little lightweight top, and it is Marni. So I'm not sure, I mean, it's so lightweight, not sure how they're gonna feel about that. Next up is a brand I'm sure you've all heard of, and that is Sandro. I have a hard time moving Sandro unless it's something that is just like really exciting. And this is just a black dress with an exposed zipper and some like eyelet caps at the top. So I'm going to send it to the RealReal and see if they can sell it. They do sell Lafayette 148 there, and I pick a lot of Lafayette 148 up, but these are just some basic cream colored pants, and it has a side zip. They have like they're cream, but they have like pink undertones to them, and they have like a slit at the ankle. So I'm going to send it into the RealReal and see if they have any luck with it. I'm just not excited to list these. You're going to see that theme in this box. Okay, this is another Sandro dress. This has a mesh detail and then a ghosted pattern. So this is a short little mini dress, again with the exposed zipper. And again, just a little harder to move for me, so I'm gonna try it on the RealReal. This is a little sweater top. I got this in a DIY designer box from ThredUp, but just never listed it. It has pearl buttons and the brand is Missoni. So we'll see if the RealReal can do something with that. A brand of clothing I hate to sell, especially like this is like an older tag, but it is Tory Burch. This is from Bergdorf Goodman. And it's a little linen brown top, it's a little wrinkly. Hopefully I can at least make my money back off of that thing because I'm sick of looking at it. You saw me pick up this dress in a recent thrift haul from New Orleans, and it's this pretty coral lace dress. It definitely felt quality, and I showed you guys it was the brand Thea. Thea has some good resale value. I think I could probably get around $50 for this on Poshmark, but because it's not a long evening gown, I think it would be a harder sell. One of you told me that the RealReal takes Thea, so I'm going to send it to the RealReal and see if they can sell it. Okay, a pair of black dress pants. This is what I was talking about. A lot of the items that I put in this box were because I did not feel like listing them because they're just black pants. These are Tory Burch. They do have the logo, but this is the old tag, Tory Burch. So I'm gonna send them to the RealReal. I also got these from a ThredUp DIY designer box. It is a pair of little shorts. They're just cotton. They do have the Novacek on the back, which means they must be Burberry, and they are. So we'll see. They priced Burberry really high, even the shorts. I looked at the comps on the shorts. By the way, before I put anything in this box, I did look at comps on both the RealReal for what items had sold for recently and also on Poshmark, because there were a couple items I was thinking about putting in this box that I actually pulled out because I feel like I could sell it for a higher price on Poshmark. Okay, and another pair of black dress slacks. This time it's Lafayette 148, and they are like a wide leg crop dress pant. In case you're wondering, like one of the items that was selling for higher on Poshmark that I feel like I'm going to be able to get more than it would sell on the RealReal is Stella McCartney for Adidas. I found a pair of these precious, beautiful lavender colored leggings at the thrift store in New Orleans when I was there, and I just think I can get more selling them myself, so I decided not to put those in the box. But I think I do have a pair of Stella McCartney, not Stella McCartney for Adidas, but just Stella McCartney jeans. They're like a trouser jean, and I think I'm going to add those. That was the one item I didn't put on this list, but I think I've decided I'm going to go ahead and throw those in here. But the reason why I'm doing this box is because of these pants. They are just some more black dress pants, which I don't enjoy selling or photographing, but they are Gucci. They should sell for a higher amount because they do have the hook that says Gucci with the leather here and the gold hardware, and they are in excellent condition. So these really were the reason I decided to go ahead and bite the bullet, because they've been sitting in my stash unlisted and it's time to sell these. I picked these up at a thrift store probably a year ago. So those are the things that are going in my box with the addition of the Stella McCartney jeans. So the next video that I put out, I'm going to let you know how long it took for the RealReal to get my box, how long it takes for them to process it, what they decided to keep, and how the process works, and then any sales I make. So that will be my next video on the RealReal. I hope that you enjoyed watching this, and I maybe made the process seem a little less scary for you. I'm excited to see what they take and if I'm able to use this as another platform to sell on. All right, you guys, don't forget to hit that like button on the way out. Be sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and hit that bell notification so that you know when my next RealReal video comes out and you can find out how I did sending in my first box to the RealReal. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.